What the heck is up, you guys? It's your boy Ace, aka Animated Heroes, here back with another action figure review. And today we're going to be doing a little bit of a throwback. Now, with the upcoming release of the repainted SH Figuarts Chun-Li, I decided to go ahead and bust out the original release and take a crack at it. I actually didn't review this figure when it released for whatever reason. Maybe I wasn't on YouTube, or maybe I got it late and I felt like it was pointless. But today I truly feel like talking about how magnificent this figure is. So let's go ahead and get started, diving right into the sexy packaging. Now, when these figures did release, I truly enjoyed the packaging, and to this day, I still do. I love this whole white theme with the blue at the end of it. It's different based on the package, but I don't know. I just love the presentation. As you guys can see, it says SH Figuarts fighting body right there, and I believe that's when these were first introduced, the actual fighting bodies with much more posability, something that I still appreciate to this day. We've got Chun-Li right there, number 2 in the line, Street Fighter 5, image of her at the bottom, Tamashii Nation's Bandai, the window where you can see the figure as well as all the accessories. Nothing much at the top. Another image at the bottom. On the side right here, I believe this is actually video game art, which is another thing I appreciate. On this side right here, it just says Chun-Li number 2 SH Figuarts Street Fighter. Then of course on the back you've got the figure, the optional parts, and then this was actually imported because all of this is in Japanese. So yeah, don't know why I didn't review this, but here we are. Let's go ahead and bust it out so we can take a look at it. Now, straight out of the package, here we have my very first video game crush, the queen of thick thighs, the thighs that could break the beautiful Chun-Li. And oh my gosh, man, I'm getting nostalgia doing this review as if I haven't had this figure for years now. Just talking about it, I'm really excited because I love the character of Chun-Li, and this figure is just so magnificent, man. It's just so damn good. Tamashii Nations truly went all in on this one, and to be honest, there's really only one issue I have with it that of course I'll get into a little bit later, but for now, let's go ahead and take a closer look so we can discuss the details. Now, detail-wise, I remember when this figure came out, a lot of people were saying that it had a very animated look to it. It didn't really capture her Street Fighter 5 look. I don't play Street Fighter. I didn't play Street Fighter 5, so I mean, it didn't really bother me much. And to be honest, even if I did, I probably wouldn't care that much, just because of the fact that this face is still painted so nicely. I love the eyeliner. The eyes are painted on very well. The lipstick, she's got the very serious expression. I love the overcomb for her bangs, the earrings, these cute little whatever these things are that hold up her hair right here. The fact that they're articulated. I really love how they worked all of the articulation in, because with this piece right here, all of this upper torso could have been very difficult, but they made it work. And of course, I'll get to that once we talk about articulation. But all the way down to the arms, literally the only issue I have with this figure, I don't like the joints that they use for the elbows, just because they do kind of protrude outward and they look a tad bit ugly. But once you've got them all posed up and everything, I mean, it's not really a problem. But all the way down, man, the thighs looking very, I ain't gonna lift it up that high, but the thighs looking good, man, looking like, I'm not even gonna do all that, but looking good, yo. I love it. I love it. I love it. All the way down to the feet. I do feel like they could have added a tad bit of shading on the boots just to kind of make it pop a little bit. Actually, I think there is a little bit of shading in there, just not a whole lot. Now, if you guys see any like black marks or this figure looks a little bit dingy, this figure is old. And if you know anything about white paint, it does start to get like that. The more you touch it, the more you articulate it, mess with it, or if it just sits on your shelf, it starts to tan a bit. So if you guys see that, that's why. But this figure has definitely stood the test of time, and that makes me so happy. Now anyway, let's go ahead and put her back so we can see how tall she stands. When it comes to her height, to the top of her head, as you guys can see, she is right under 6 inches. Not quite there, but still a tad bit tall, which is good. Now, of course, I will show some size comparisons off a little bit later in the review so we can see how she stacks up to other Street Fighter figures, SHF, and Jada Toys. Now, for those of you who are expecting me to show her off next to the Jada Toys Chun-Li, I do not have that yet, but once I get it, I will be reviewing it. Articulation wise, the little pigtails on her hair just rotate. You don't really get them to go inward or outward. That's about as much movement as you get on those. She looks up about that much, not really a whole lot, because the back of the hair is touching this collar piece. She does look down a tad bit. I still wish it could be a little bit more, but you can get her looking down, so that's not a problem. At the neck, she does get plenty of tilt turn, so you can get a very expressive Chun-Li. Now moving on to the arms, this piece only goes up about this much unless you rotate it outward, and that's where your articulation is going to come from, just because of how big these shoulder pieces are. And I mean, they had to sacrifice that mostly because of the art style and what they went with. There really was no way around that, which is fine by me, because again, you can still get her in those poses. She can still punch outward and everything. You don't have to worry. Now with the butterfly joints, you can bring the arms in about that much, so Hadouken poses are not going to be a problem unless you want to bring her arms downward a bit. And still, even considering the fact that her chest kind of gets in the way, you can still get those arms forward a very decent amount. So those butterfly joints are very effective, and I'm happy about that. She does have a bicep swivel. It is a single jointed elbow with double jointed range. That works very, very well. The hands are on a ball peg, so you can maneuver them around very well. Only hindrance is going to be this wrist piece, but even still, it's not very much, so you don't have a problem with that. At the diaphragm joint, she moves around perfect. Like, you couldn't ask for more. Look at this, man. She leans back all the damn way. Like, that is amazing. Forward all the damn way. That is just sick. And then if you use the waist, there you go. She can crunch all the way over, all the way back, no problem. Spinning kick, I don't know what it's called. That was just a noise, but yeah, she can do it. The kick poses are no problem. She kicks forward just fine with very little hindrance of the skirt piece. Kicks back all the way. That's just subarashi. She does have a slight built-in thigh swivel. Not the best, but it works more than well enough for you to get her poses that you want. So yeah, that's good. Single jointed knee, that's about as much as you're going to get out of that, but still, most of the poses you will be able to hit with it. I do wish it was designed a tad bit better, just because that joint style is a little ugly, but at this point, the figure's old, so can't expect everything to be perfect. Now, she doesn't have any kind of swivel at the boot, but when it comes to the foot articulation, she does have ankle pivot. That works very, very fine, and then she does have toe hinge. So articulation wise, not really much more you could ask for. This figure is dang near perfect. Now, when it comes to accessories, you don't exactly get a whole lot, but you get more than enough. First off, she does come with a neutral head sculpt and a pair of fist hands. She comes with this yelling head sculpt, which looks just as good as the OG, and then she does come with this beautiful smiling head sculpt as well. In terms of hands, she comes with these slightly stylish pose type hands. She comes with a pair of karate chopping hands, and then she does come with a pair of Dragon Ball Z blast hands. So several sets of hands. She does also come with her Chun-Li kick, and this is multiple pieces put together. And in terms of holding it up, she comes with this little stand right here, which ironically enough is turning brown, despite the fact that this thing has been in the package since I got it. But yeah, that's all you get in terms of accessories. Still more than enough. If you do want to use Ryu's Hadouken effect, of course you can utilize the stand that comes with him, and she does have the hands for posing. Moving on to size comparison, starting off with some SH Figuarts Street Fighter figures. Here we have her standing next to the SH Figuarts Ryu, the SH Figuarts Kin, and of course an SH Figuarts Body-kun, which I think I'm going to start attaching in every one of my size comparison videos. Now, if you guys do want to see a review for Ryu as well, make sure to get this video to, I don't know, 200 likes and we'll make it happen. I'll review him as well. Next up, here she is standing next to an SH Figuarts Street Fighter V Sakura and SH Figuarts Rainbow Mika, and I would love to see these three women tag team meet. I mean, see how well they work together as a tag team. And also on the right, we have an SH Figuarts Vega. Last but not least, here she is standing next to the Jada Toys Ryu, the Jada Toys Fei Long, and a Marvel Legends Renew Your Vows 2-pack Spider-Man. As you can see, she scales well with all of these. So with the upcoming release of the SH Figuarts Chun-Li Street Fighter 6 version, I felt like there was no better time for me to go ahead and review the original release, just so you guys can remember how great this figure is, especially if you saw this review years ago. Now, if you're new here and this is a brand new experience, basically the reason I did this is to show you guys why you should pick up the new upcoming release, because these are damn good figures, man. They really are. I hate how much people slept on these when they came out, but once more, the community has changed. There's a ton more collectors in the action figure community now, and I think people are just really enjoying this hobby so much more, and it just makes me happy, man. I'm really happy to see how much has changed over the years. I'm really happy to see how far Tamashii Nations has come, as well as other companies except Figma. We ain't gonna talk about that. So yeah, man, I'm just truly excited. I really hope that the Street Fighter line gets revived, because I do need to get my hands on Bison. I do need to get my hands on Cammy, and then some of the others that I missed out on. So yeah, I'm just super happy here. But overall, I hope that you guys did enjoy this little throwback review. If you want to see more of these, drop a like for your boy. Also drop a like if you want me to review this Ryu here. I will review him next if this video hits 200 likes. I'm not expecting a whole lot because of the fact that this is an older figure, but I'm trying something new to see if nostalgia will get people to watch this one. We'll just have to see how it turns out. But overall, drop that like, subscribe if you're new here, hit that bell icon to be notified whenever I upload new content, and last but not least, follow me on everything you see listed in the description below to keep up with my activity outside of YouTube. Hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Stay safe wherever you are, and bye.